Bam, we're live. Sorry I'm late. I completely lost track of time. I actually thought I was actually completely on time until I wasn't. That's hey,
Buddy, sorry about being late.
I lost so much track of time.
Yo, I made a calculated gambit, and it got a little weird.
You tried to go to the other side of the lake this morning?
Yeah, we went out on a bike.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. How
That's
are you?
nice. I'm good. That's nice getting the blood flow before a show.
I think that's right. Duh, right?
Yeah, my afternoon shows, I always like to work out before I do them. I feel like it makes me like 10 times more alert and like makes me a better listener and everything. In the mornings, it's kind of weird. I just do it off 2 cups of coffee.
When I was training at Spa Fitness Center in Capitola, I lived on Capitola Avenue, and by car it was probably 2 miles to the gym. But by bike, cutting through the Fry's parking lot and going over that bridge there in the little creek, over Soquel Creek in the Redwoods.
Yeah.
I don't think it was probably closer to a half mile, right? Because you didn't have to go down into the village and then back up the hill and then cut back into the neighborhoods.
Right.
And I'd be up at 4 and kind of thinking about the day. Once computers were invented, I'd get online. But I deliberately wait until 5 minutes before, and put my all into that ride, and I'd get there wrecked.
How long was it?
3.5, 4 minutes.
Yeah.
To go a half mile. Doesn't sound like much, but it's down a ditch, up a ditch, over a bridge, through a neighborhood, and boom, there, skid to a stop. Winded.
You have your new bike in Idaho?
No, but what's cool is that little plug for Specialized. But when I got this what's the Gen 1 Levo, Turbo Levo?
Yeah.
S-Works. I couldn't imagine ever wanting another bike. And then they came the 2, 3, and 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm out every time I get on this original. I'm out after riding the 4, even a short while. It's like, what a dog! Make you feel bad.
Hey, Greg, did you ever watch Dexter?
No, but Dave watched it so hard, I knew a lot about it.
Okay, they got a new Dexter out.
Yeah, well, we had our very own Dexter, a real live one. This Kohberger guy.
Yeah, Idaho. Yeah,
just 95 miles from here.
Is that case is done now, right? You got sentenced and all
toast, but stuff has come out, including a administrative justice professor at University of Washington who said, "Mark my words, keep your eyes on this guy. He's going to make the news. It would be look it up. What a horrible mistake it would make to give this guy a PhD in administrative justice in our name."
Oh,
in recommendation, watch this guy. You're going to see.
Meaning he's going to go to jail, get a new degree, and then try to fight his way out?
No, while he was interviewing for the program, for the PhD program.
Oh.
One of the guys that interviewed him is like, serial killer. Keep an eye on him. Watch. History will prove me right. Look it up.
Where do what should I Google for that?
Kohberger School Review News.
That's what they
Cops Review. It's great. It's a great letter. You'd almost want to okay, not this guy, just because someone felt that strong about him, because you look pretty bad when it all goes down. As it did. That guy should be the dean of that shit.
Kohberger's sexist, creepy behavior alarmed Washington State University. Oh, this is crazy.
Right? Like, this guy's got
Oh, man.
Dangerous. Other
hey,
than stabbing him.
Do you want to, before I go into this, you want to describe what happened in Idaho?
Yeah, this creepy shit who's a assistant teaching, or he's got some kind of official role and a student in a PhD program in AJ at what's the school? I don't want to make anyone's alma mater look bad, but wherever he crept off into Moscow, Idaho, or the University of
Idaho.
Yeah, University of Idaho is, and he slaughtered four young innocent kids in the middle of the night with a long knife in their beds, and got caught by 15 different ways. There's your Dexter. There's a real life Dexter.
Yeah,
he had offered help on cold cases to all local law enforcement.
Oh, damn.
And they all turned him down. Like, no, we're all right. So, the easy motive that I think would be irrefutable because it's such a senseless act. I think it was his demonstration of how much smarter he is than everyone. He turned off his cell phone as he left the university, but they had already ID'd the car as someone had been in and out of the neighborhood constantly, including the night of and the next day after the murders.
You know what that kind of reminds me of? You used to have a story. I don't remember the context you tell it in, but you would say, hey, if you were a bad guy, I think you were referring to the American Beverage Association or Big Soda. Yeah, if you're the bad guy and if you're the best place to hide is with the good guys who are hunting the bad guy, and so that's why they were doing exercises, medicine, and all that.
That's right. When my line is when they're forming a posse to come look for you, the best thing you could do would be to join it.
Yeah. I was pointing out to a couple of my Christian friends yesterday that don't forget the devil hides amongst Christians. Bryan Kohberger developed a reputation for being a sexist and creepy while attending a criminal justice program in the months before he killed 4 University of Idaho students. Fellow grad students told investigators his behavior was so problematic that one Washington State University faculty member told coworkers that if he ever became a professor, he would likely stalk or sexually abuse his future students, according to the document. She urged the coworkers to cut Kohberger's funding to remove him from the program. He's smart enough that in 4 years, we will have to give him a PhD, the woman told her colleagues, according to the report from Idaho State Police Detective Ryan O'Hare. She continued, mark my word, I work with predators. If we give him a PhD, that's the guy that many years he is a professor, we will hear he is harassing, stalking, and sexually abusing the students at wherever university.
So, she was wrong. There's no evidence of sexual abuse.
Right. Oh, her radar was just going haywire, huh?
Yeah.
She knew. It got pegged.
Dude, give her a promo. She just proved she knows what she's doing.
Yeah. The faculty member believed Kohberger was stalking people. She told police that someone had reportedly broken into a female graduate student apartment in September or October, stealing perfume and underwear. An unnamed PhD student who was in the same program as Kohberger told police that he enjoyed conflict, was disparaging towards women, and that he especially liked to talk about sexual burglary, his field of study. My God. Some people
who did it. The creepy guy that's studying this shit. How's that for detective work, buddy?
Yeah, he was doing research.
Student has her underwear burgled, and I suspect the creepy guy who's studying underwear burglary.
Some people in the department thought he was a future rapist and speculated that he might be an incel. What's an incel again?
Like, yeah, involuntary celibate. I already came to that conclusion on my own.
God, that's such a weird term. Involuntary celibate just means you can't get laid.
Yeah.
The woman said she had never met anyone who acted in such a condescending manner and wondered why people in power in the department did not address his behavior. The way he spoke to females in the department was unsettling to them. Wow. One instructor told police she was assigned to work with Kohberger on his doctoral program in late August. She said she began receiving complaints about him from students and staff in the criminal justice program. Wow, he looks scary. He's like part parrot. Holy shit. Oh, boy. Hey, I wanted to ask you something about Achilles heel snapping.
We were doing these pad drills,
mhm.
and it's part of a striking curriculum, experimenting with it.
With your kids or at the gym when you were
Now,
coaching?
CrossFit.
Mhm.
We took it on the road and had some good people involved with it. You know, people that were training people to fight for their lives and for the UFC. And there's this drill where you come forward and drive a knee into a pad as someone kind of lean forward to get this experience of putting your knee in someone's ribs. And we had an Achilles snap in the supporting leg as the, say you're kneeing right, their left Achilles snap.
Oh, interesting.
From driving forward with your weight, knee coming up and someone pushing back on the pad. And then 3 weeks later, we had another one.
Oh.
Same drill. So I'm like, all right, can we do something else? What do you got? What else you got that's good? Like, you know,
right.
I don't know, man, but that was enough for me. And athletes had never had any kind of issue of any sort before.
When you
real talent from the team, you know.
When you jump rope, do you I'm the way I was taught it, and I think it was by Buddy Lee or maybe it was even by you, was at the
I taught Buddy everything he knows.
When you land, your heel should touch the ground just soft enough to where like you could pin a bug to the ground, but you wouldn't squish it. So it's not just rebounding off the ball of your foot or off your toes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And why?
I don't know.
Just so that it's calf driven. Because you know, if I don't get ankle flexion, I can't really claim the calves are used other than statically.
And then I saw a debate.
My suspicion, Sevi, if you watch someone doing double unders, their heels aren't touching the ground.
They don't tap the ground.
I wouldn't think so, but maybe been doing it wrong.
Let me show you this Achilles snap here. Can you see that? Watch this guy on this box. Watch what he's doing. And then it goes. I mean, he's clear. Was he on the balls of his feet or was he on his toes? Because back in the day, we used to do rebounding box jumps. You know, it would be in regionals and semifinals. I still do rebounding box jumps. And then someone says, well, Sevan, you're not really doing rebounding because you let your heels tap. And I'm like, I don't care what you call it. I'm like, fine, okay, then I'm not really doing rebounding. But I can't imagine not doing that. That just seems what my body wants to do to I don't know, maybe that little bit of heel touching the ground displaces the weight. But I wonder if you looked at all the Achilles heel snapping, if it's all the heel never touches. And then I saw a doctor saying, yeah, you got to let your heel touch the ground. And then someone else was saying, no, that's what actually causes the Achilles snap is the heel hitting the ground. Well, clearly in that incident, it wasn't.
It wouldn't be the heel hitting the ground.
Yeah, someone was saying it was the heel contracting the I guess the Achilles. No,
I was going to say when it snaps, the heel will hit the ground nicely.
right after.
Yeah. That seems to be a misunderstanding of what's at work here.
Did you ever see Achilles snap in your gym? I mean, when you used to do
I was present for two in a drill. We were in program. We were taking mobile amongst talented staff. We had another episode where we took a bunch of more talent and went out and did a track warm up in a series of drills, you know. And I think it was just, I don't know if it was too much too soon or too early in the morning, but we were out there at SoCal High in the dark, and of 30 people, 3 ended up with injuries that, you know, were 4 weeks getting better kind of thing.
I mean, definitely warming up.
Reebok hired some trainers out of the community. That was like they hired people they perceived to be superstars, but they were also hyper proximate to their location. You know what I mean? And so I came to witness the CrossFit installation, and the fellow that was leading the program Start was all right, everyone, ready, high knees, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like that was the good morning. That's begging for an injury.
Yeah.
Some guy wrote a pretty good thing on warm-ups that I think still stands.
Who's that?
I don't know, just Glassman guy.
Oh, right. I heard of him. Hey, yeah, that would break me, high knees, first thing at my age for sure. Hey, but did you ever see any in your gym when you were doing rebounding box jumps in the day? Like that's when I learned CrossFit, that's what we did. We did it all the time. I never saw any injuries. I never saw any injuries in box jumps until the games reached kind of the, 2010, 11, 12. I think maybe we saw one or two. Did Julie Fouché snap her Achilles?
I don't remember.
Did you ever see any in your gym?
Achilles snaps?
Yeah.
I told you. We had
but
two.
I mean from box jumps.
No. But I saw enough shin scrapes to make me a fan of the Rogue padded vinyl covered box.
Right. Yeah, I think the box jump got a bad rap and it should be brought back. I mean, I do them still, and it gets super intense really quick, but I warm up like crazy. You know what I mean? I jump to a 1.5 inches and then 3 inches and then 4.5 inches. I work my way up. I really warm up.
I try not to pay attention, but I'm noticing programming with infrequent pull-ups. Rope climb seems to disappear the way it just does. And I know there's people that think they got it all figured out without a GHD, and that's hard for me.
You mean not enough pull-ups being programmed?
Not enough pull-ups. Where's the rope climb? And I don't want to run a gym without a GHD. I'd have to be pretty limited for space before I couldn't have one. It might be somewhere in an area of 50 square feet or something less. I'd still have one.
And you would for what exercises? For the hip extensions and GHD sit-ups and the whole shebang?
Turn around and hug a Twinkie it with a dumbbell between my legs, and I got a facsimile of a reverse hyper, back extension, hip and back extension, the snake up move, teach control, communicate to you the difference between hip extension and flexion and back, hip and flexion. Then the whole sit-up angle is just crazy cool. Stretches. We were talking the other day about hip flexor stretching, right?
Yep.
GHD again, choke up on it. There's just so much to do. Stretches, a little bit dangerous. Rehab tool. It's a great thing.
What order would Greg buy equipment if he's starting a new gym?
The hardest part's the pull-up thing. How am I going to do this? And so I'd kind of gear everything around that, and then then it's like, how much space does a pair of rings, dumbbells at a third to half your body weight, depending on what kind of stud you are, jump rope, med ball. Look at this. This is all stuff that'll fit in a box, right? Right there. This is the old Zoom call during COVID. Like when I was explaining, I wouldn't do this again.
Right.
This was my one quarantine in my lifetime.
When I started, I bought rings and a barbell, and I just carried the rings everywhere with me.
I used to say that Pavel Satsulin was the kettlebell guy, and he had all these acolytes, and then the kettlebell thing survived, and you've even got non-Pavel pedigreed kettlebell enthusiasts. And I was kind of the view that there's nothing you can do with a kettlebell that I can't do even better with a dumbbell.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's a difference, but they're tricks you use to accommodate the awkwardness of the primitive kettlebell. But I thought it was weird that there wasn't a dumbbell fan like there was a kettlebell fan. Because the truth is that the dumbbell's relationship to the barbells is very much like the rings. Rings is a gymnastics event discipline compared to the parallel bars, and there's no gymnast that doesn't understand it. The rings will make you twice as strong as the parallel bars can. And it's true of the dumbbell and the barbell too, but there's no one pushing that. And that's always been weird to me. If I ever going to come back onto the scene as someone new and young and enthusiastic, I'd be the barbell guy. I'm sorry, the dumbbell guy.
Dumbbell guy, right.
The dumbbell guy. The dumbbell needs a champion.
My back is.
Check this out, man. 20-pound Dynamax ball, pair of rings, some convenient place to do pull-ups. You don't even have to own it, Install a tree on a fucking building somewhere to the side of a barn. But a place to do pull-ups, rings to throw over them, a med ball to do all kinds of shit with.
Yep, I got a med ball third.
Some heavy dumbbells, and if I got more room in my box or back of my truck, I'll put another couple of pairs of dumbbells. Too light and too heavy. Still ahead of a barbell.
My back is fucked after GHDs. Well, if you stand right like that and give me your address, I will fix your back.
I can guess what happened.
I promise. Hey, when you would teach a class and everyone needed to get on the GHD, but you only had one GHD, what would you do? Just every day pull one person aside and just give them like 5 or 10 minutes on it?
Yeah, and like if your hamstrings are short, I'm gonna see it on you, see it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Choke up enough where you're clearing the hip, and if they go down and you're telling them you don't want them to shrink the line between the pubic bone and the xiphoid process here, right?
Yeah.
Or as if you had tape on the back, I don't want you to shrink that line, right? Take the lumbar curve out. You can draw it all day long for them, but you can come out here, TJ. But you'll see them go down, and all of a sudden, there's something stopping them. The pelvis is caught. And then they round at the back and like, what's going on? Can you touch your toes? And like, not even close. I'm surprised I didn't notice that sooner. I mean, it was just the diagnostics, and you see everything there about hip and back awareness in terms of position. And I need that anyways. How am I going to cue you on a deadlift or a clean or snatch or jumping, landing, any of that stuff if we don't have some understanding as to what I mean by drop the hip, maintaining your center of balance while lowering your center of mass. If that's not resonating somehow, I gotta find another way to get the point across. And I use the GHD on that.
By the way, Standy, my wife sent me yesterday you making a cake on your Instagram, and she said you could move in with us. So
I'll tell you a way to hurt yourself on the GHD to fuck your back.
Yeah, tell me.
Hang from that thing and either trap the pelvis, so you're trapping the hip, or if your hamstrings are tight enough and you don't have good hip flexion, reach down and grab that center support and pull your nose towards it. It's a great way to get a lower back injury. I know, I've done it twice.
Oh, damn. You're saying face down.
Yeah.
Go to 90-degree angle.
And pull that thing and force the flexion issue.
Hey, Romanian deadlifts are the ones where you just keep your legs straight and just lower the bar. It travels down the path of your leg, right, to the ground. Yeah. Is that a good way to stretch your hamstrings or tighten your hamstrings?
No, I mean the one where the Is the Romanian with the round back one, or is it just?
I think you keep it flat. I think you still are. It's
Oh, it's
pulling
a
on the
stiff
hamstrings.
A stiff
Oh,
legged
stiff
deadlift.
leg deadlift.
Is
Okay.
that what it is?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know the name of it. I'd have to pull it up. I think
that's a good hamstring stretch. But listen. If you're don't flex your fucking back and bow, and let me see where you go. And if you can beat 90 degrees, you don't have it. There's not a hamstring flexibility issue. But if 45 degrees above the horizon line, all of a sudden the hips stuck and you round your back, your fucking hamstrings are tight.
Right.
Whether you think so or not.
Right.
And I'm going to see it in the basic movements. You'll have trouble with balance.
Balance in what sense? You mean like standing on one leg? Or?
As you fold, I need hip flexion, say, for the bottom of a squat.
Mm-hmm.
If your hamstrings are too tight, your squat opens up, and now I got to recover that angle at the ankle. The knees have to come forward now because you can't lean forward because your hamstrings are too tight.
Oh, that's what you mean by balance. Got it.
Yeah.
Trish the Dish, what's more important, warm up or foreplay?
It's the same fucking thing, Trish.
Yeah. Great answer.
Yeah.
Most GHDs at gyms are for storage.
You know what? If you're gonna health rider the thing and cover it and use it to dry laundry, that's it's what it is. I use the ever loving shit out of mine. I even got particular about models. I really like the like a lot of this stuff. The Ray Crothers GHD.
There's a big push on
It'll be great to hear is like I think you hear some Michelle Moots and shit on that, but I'll let look what I'm doing. I'll give you physical therapists that I've corrupted.
Who? Michelle Moots?
Yeah.
How do you spell Ray Crothers? Is
that RAECRUTERS?
CRU?
THERS.
Oh, I can't.
They made my pull-up bars in the new gym. So check this out. How's this a guy for rings, rigging, cargo net, etc.? Fella's name's Jim. I forget his last name, but he was a Air Force Academy gymnastics coach, men's gymnastics coach. And he retired from that, and he's got a company that does rigging for SOCOM. He's an advisor, SOCOM for rigging, and he was also a rigger for Cirque du Soleil.
Oh shit!
And I was like, you know what? I was telling Jimmy that between gymnastics and SOCOM and Cirque du Soleil, I think you got all my flying through the air needs covered. Harnesses, rigs, right?
This is back when you owned your gym, or more recently?
Right now, I'm gonna go down and meet him. He's been into the gym once already.
Oh, the new gym.
Yeah, that's the nicest. That'll be the nicest gym on the face of the planet. I've lost no floor space at all, and I've got enough for a dozen wall ball, pull up, rope, rings. What's the devil's press?
That's burpees with dumbbells in your hand. You know what I mean? Like you put the dumbbells on the ground, you jump up, you put them over your head, go back down.
Yeah, I like it. No, I didn't, but it's a no-brainer. Heavy hands burpees.
Yeah, I like that name better. Tuck your belly button into your asshole. The hell of a cue.
If you had to put a name on that, I'd like that. Sounds like a Ripito, doesn't it?
Yes. There is a big push. I've seen so many ads on Instagram for all these variations of GHD machines, much smaller and compact. That like they show you like it does. You can do 12 exercises.
There's a little standing, leaning one, a 45-degree one.
Yeah.
that I think I could make that work. It gets close to what I'd do if I didn't have one at all.
Yeah, and what's that? There's a movement. There's a hamstring movement where you're on your knees and you lay and your feet are trapped and you lay down and then you pull yourself up. I forget what it's called.
Yeah,
it's like a hamstring. It's like a bicep curl, but for the hamstring, and they're always pushing that too. Did you do those too? Do you think that that's a valuable movement? Yeah.
That's all. It's all that. There's all that gymnastics wallowing around on the floor, hollow rocks, and But look, we've already talked too much about any of this without mentioning the L-sit.
Mm.
And if you just deadlifted and L-sitted, you could maybe keep your GHD. It might diminish some of the need there. It'd be compensatory for sure.
Bill Grunler has been doing some L-sit challenges on Instagram that have really caught fire, I've noticed.
I'm telling you, you get that thing out there to the 2-3 minute mark and go back to anything else you did, and it is easy. I'm gonna say that one more time. You get that, and like people, how do you do that? And I'm like, 5 seconds at a time, idiot.
Mm.
Right? You're not gonna go from 5 seconds to 3 minutes, in one step. But you sneak that thing out there towards the 3 minute mark, and then go back to anything else you've been asked to do or tried to do, once did, or someone else thought of, and it's easy. The most powerful essential role for the rectus, it's not trunk flexion but stabilization, and with antagonists to the rear, the deadlift muscles working in antagonism to maintain the S of the spine. The strength of the gut makes possible the strength of the posterior chain. Without it, we break our back. How's that? How simple is that? You'd break your own back.
Do you care if it's with parallettes or just hands on the floor, that L-sit?
I like parallettes because it's but you get into it, you won't care. You'll find success sooner.
With parallettes?
Yeah, if they're a foot off the ground, you can and fight that last foot.
Yeah.
I had written on the failures in the L-sit. When it collapses, it doesn't collapse. Like if I have you hold 2 dumbbells out at arm's length as long as you can, you'll see them drop slowly, as if you're really trying to keep them up. But the L fails in a different manner. It's like something breaks. And what I'm certain is happening is that there's your body knows that one side of the structure is supporting, the other's not, and it doesn't want to see hyperextension of the lumbar spine, and so that tells the hip flexors to go take a walk. It's just a cutoff. I think hip flexors hold the L, and the gut's fading, and you can draw what happens. Your hip's still at a right angle, but the thing's sinking, and the spine's doing this. Your belly buttons are getting out further and further. Your shoulder blades are getting closer to your asshole, but you're still in an L.
Yeah,
that you don't want that. And so the failure in the L comes out of a failure in the supporting gut, not the hip flexors that are holding the legs out in front of you. The rectus femoris and the psoas, they got a death grip on the hip. It's not like that. It's an interesting thing to watch.
But there's no danger in fighting that.
What's cool? Nobody cares about this stuff anymore.
Well, I do. I'm already thinking about making it a subclip. Hey, and there's no danger in fighting that, though, right? There's that's like low injury possibility. You should fight it. You should war with it. That's where you're going to get better.
Play with it. Just look at the clock. Be aware of the fact, hey, I've done this for 3 seconds. I'm going to do 5. It's no different than a front lever or a back lever or any other damn strength move across. Play with it. Play with it. Play with it. You're working it. If you sit on the ab mat, maintain that lumbar curve, keep it in there, anchor that position, tighten up the back muscles, tighten up the midsection, and work the hip flexors against that. The thing that makes that glute ham sit up so gnarly is that we all have the hip flexor capacity to do them, and almost nobody untrained has the rectus strength to keep from stretching muscles that are trying their hardest to keep up and aren't even in the race. I don't have a problem with crunches on the ab mat either, just for kind of a focused, but I do not. I know that the dynamics in the core aren't what it's about. All the athletic potent trunk flexion is follow through movement. It happens kind of after the load's gone.
And the progression for the L-sit, you have no issue of just like, hey, for some people, it's just going to be just pushing up on the parallettes with knees bent.
Yeah, and stick one leg out, then the other. This was another interesting one. If I have you take 2 dumbbells and find one that you can hold out maximally, and then I give you another one with the other arm to the extent that it's as strong as I give you your weak arm, and you put one out, you'll put a second one out with your strong arm, no problem, of the same weight. You just lean back, shift, balance, and you'll have the strength for it. You can put one leg out on the L and hold it for 10 seconds, another one out and hold it for 15 seconds. And what's funny is you join the second with the first, there's another cutoff, a drop. So it's the weirdest looking thing. It's so different than what would happen in the upper extremities. And again, I can draw the picture of what it is. There's some switch. There's something that makes it stop. And I think it's important to your anatomy and your well-being.
What do you think about just leg lifts, laying on your back and lifting your legs up?
I got no problem with that. I recognize that as being of that ilk.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of it's the flip side of the hug a Twinkie, where it's a little girl gymnast move where you get on the horse, the vault horse, not the pommel horse. You can, but the girls don't have it. But you lay on it with your chest and hang the hips and legs over, and just lift, hold, 2, 3, relax slowly, come back up, hold, 2, 3. You can make famous athletes cry doing this. It's tough. It's the potency of that exercise is Louis Simmons' awareness that results in the reverse hyper.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing, the reverse hyper.
Yep.
But reverse hyper is not needed. You can just do it this way you're saying.
We deal with what we got. How big's my gym? Would I have one? It could get big enough. I'd have one. Like, I got plenty of gym space now, and I'm not giving anything to the floor. Nothing.
What is that? What do you mean? Like when the gym's closed, there's nothing on the floor. There's no rigs or.
When I pull my doors open, you could run almost in any direction into anything blindfolded, and you're not going to end up with a head injury.
Yeah, it's a basketball court.
It's a basketball court, it's tennis court, volleyball court, badminton court, jiu-jitsu, metabolic derangement conference, Zoe Harcombe talk. Do whatever I want in there. Bring out tables and chairs, gymnastics gear.
How is Zoe? Have you talked to Zoe lately?
I mentioned her this morning because she mentioned you mentioning me, and I was touched and pleased that she listens to you. And I still see her as the first person I ever heard speaking about nutrition in first terms as if it were a science, in first principles. I have heroes in that space like Tim Noakes and let's say Ufi Ravenskov, amongst others. But their brilliance is they recognize what was wrong in the party line in reference to a pathology. Okay. Zoe doesn't come at it from that perspective. It's fascinating. She's a brilliant mind. But listen, this is someone who came onto the scene, into our world, into my world, with a PhD in mathematics from Oxford. The thesis being what shit science, nutritional science is. It was a mathematical abomination. That's her thesis. How's that for welcome to the scene?
Yeah.
You got a PhD in math and how shitty your science is.
I either didn't know that about her or forgot. That's wild. PhD in mathematics from Oxford.
On the shitty science of epidemiology and nutrition.
For anyone who wants to hear that nutrition lecture, it's somewhere online. We filmed it at CrossFit HQ. Her name is Zoe Harcom. Yeah, she reached out to me the other day on WhatsApp and was just saying, "Hey, congratulations on the boys, and congratulations on the success of the podcast." And she was really sweet. And I thought, oh shit, how have I not had her back on?
The Mail called, the newspaper in England, I think it was the Mail, called her and Asim Malhotra and our buddy Malcolm Kendrick, said that their impact on health was similar to war criminals.
Oh, geez.
They oppose statins and don't think that cholesterol causes heart disease, which is true. Statins don't help. It's bullshit. And cholesterol's not the problem anyways in heart disease. But they sued the Mail over it and won in epic fashion. Can't talk about it. But holy cow, the public may not have learned the lesson, but the newspaper sure the fuck did. We've seen this before. When the pediatrician Norquist, whatever, Dahlquist, one of the Scandinavian countries, a pediatrician was advocating paleo, and they went after her license, and she fought it, and ended up proving and demonstrating, proof in the court sense, demonstrating to the court that her position was correct, and it got national guidelines changed. It's like someone they should have left alone. The result was somewhat like that with Tim Noakes.
Oh yeah, the Noakes things was gnarly.
But here, Russ Green was one of the first to point this out. Right after the neurologist from Australia did, he said that, great, Noakes, who's well-established, well-known, and well-funded, to say the least, fought a 3-year battle and won. He says it would destroy me. I would lose everything. I don't have his money. I don't have his resources. I couldn't have pitched that fight, and even had I won it, it would have bankrupted me.
Who said that?
David, the CrossFitting neurologist from Australia.
Oh, right. And the whole thing was that he became.
He spent millions of dollars proving to the world that he was right, and the people that came after him, including the consortium of American academics from Harvard, were wrong.
And this is in regards to carbohydrate consumption.
Yeah, like weaning kids from the titty and feeding them milk or feeding them meat.
We do a lot of GHDs at Sentinel Training. Is Greg going to take his Hyrox level 1? Hey, it's kind of, the more and more I think about Hyrox, it's kind of cool. They just took one CrossFit workout and built a business around it. You know what I mean? They put together a workout and built the whole business. Is that how you kind of see it? They just took one workout?
Is it just one workout?
Yeah, it's one workout. They do, the way Hyrox works is it's kind of like the marathon, right? Or the half marathon. They just basically, they've created a CrossFit workout. It has like, it's like run 800 meters, do broad jump for, 25 yards, run 800 meters, do 50 wall balls, run 800 meters.
It's always the same thing each time, though.
Yes, and then everywhere they go that they have an event, and then they have scaled versions with like lighter sled. There's a sled push in it, and then they have lighter versions, or they have teams where you split up the work, but it's always the same. And this has been going on now, I don't know, for 5 or 6 years, and people just train for that one, for that one workout. To sort, and obviously it's very attractive to CrossFitters because they can put their fitness to use, right?
Yeah.
Dang, Greg looking like Sevi today. We're turning into the same person. I'll take it. Oh, Nordic curl. That's the one. The Nordic curl. Thank you. That's the one where you lay on your stomach and then come up.
There's another name too. I've heard it called something else.
Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Straight from the gym.
Yes, sir.
Always good to see you.
How are you, kid?
I'm great, Greg. How are you?
Good.
Here, I don't know if you know about the games were a huge success this year, Greg, except for this one event. There was a pegboard event. And Rogue made these absolutely beautiful pegboards out of clear, thick plastic. You've seen them before. They were around when you were running CrossFit. You remember those?
Yeah. Was there a problem with it?
And so when they tested them in the warm-up area, people were sticking to them, and they're like, hey, these are the best and easiest pegboards we've ever used. And then when they got out there, it was like people were saying they turned to ice, and you could see that people's feet weren't sticking to the boards. And people went through all of these guesses, like, oh, maybe wear and tear on the boards from the teams using them first, and then they thought it was maybe different kinds of shoes. And then the conclusion at the end was that they got covered in chalk, which they were covered in chalk, and chalk on plastic just immediately turned them to ice. So forcing
Ice is not cold, but slick.
Yeah, slick. Sorry, yeah, like they had Vaseline on them, like just turned them into just. And that's my assessment too. That
So hard to hold on to, or hard to stick in the hole?
No, the holes. I think the holes were fine. I didn't hear anyone complain about the holes. The one thing I did hear about the holes is maybe they weren't deep enough. But the big story behind the pegboards this year was, people who were normally really good at pegboards or who tested them in the warm-up area before said that the ones that they used on the floor were nothing like that. And it's pretty much a consensus. Dave's pushing back a little bit and saying that no, it's not just the chalk. It was the demand of the pegboards that people weren't expecting. But I think he's way off the mark.
Jeez. Why not make some that have like a hand shape to them with even finger indents, and then make the.
You mean the pegs?
Yeah, and then make the receptacle diamond shape, so you had to align it, but you had a clear hold, so it looked more like a climbing hold.
Oh.
And you could have the end slick as goose shit, right?
Yeah.
And the one end, the peg end, and then the end, the hand end could be shaped like a climbing hold, where a longer grip was an issue. I mean, I could make a peg wall with pegs this big around, and we could make it a grip effort.
Oh, right.
But I don't think that's the goal. What are they traditionally made out of? Maple or hickory, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Usually, and then also too, it's referring to like the feet placement. So it's as they get up and they get into kind of this like almost like a vertical bear crawl.
Yep.
They were worried about their feet not having enough friction. So as they went to go move, as they're using their feet to stick to the wall, they weren't able to use that because their feet would slip off. So then therefore it became almost like a legless pegboard.
Yeah, fuck them. Good then.
I knew you were going to say that.
I didn't understand. Pussies,
yes.
Grease the wall. Yeah.
Yes. They basically no one's feet.
Let's give them aluminum slippers and electrify the wall.
Well, the one issue is that some of the walls were significantly slicker than the other. Some people had towels that they were wiping the wall.
We need the Rogue spray greaser.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, there wasn't enough equality on the pegboards.
Yeah.
Hey, we had a peg wall at my high school, and I think it was hickory, and the number of kids that could just crush that thing, and they never used your feet, never. But listen, rope climb was a gymnastics event.
Yeah.
Like a 30-foot rope, and you climb it for speed.
Yeah, you put ash on they put ash on the pan, and you chalk up and you sit there, and when you come back to ground, they look at your fingers and you touched or not, whether you got lamp black on your fingers.
Oh.
And there's a kid at Chatsworth High that had the world record.
Was it?
Steve Hugg went to high school, by the way.
Was it a 30-foot rope? That's the length.
Yep. And when I was a rope climbing high school. And so as a result of that, there were kids not on the gymnastics team that could climb the rope like Rich Froning. When rope climb left gymnastics, it wasn't 15 years until only SOCOM and the U.S. military climbed the rope. We went to base after base after base where if they had SOCOM, you could use it. So like at Fort Stewart, if you weren't part of 1st Special Forces Group, you'd leave the fucking ropes alone. It was actually monitored. Non-SOCOM using rope, dangerous.
Too many people burning their hands or just falling off the thing.
Ridiculous. The fucktards at Al Qaeda know better than that.
They grease up the monkey bars too over there.
Yeah. They're doing muscle ups in the woods on limbs and shit.
The interesting thing too is like I don't think there's ever been a CrossFit Games where the consistency between lane to lane and whether it's the turf or a sled or whether it's the pegboard being slick or something, you know, or the ground is uneven on one side. It's funny because in some of the original articles, I remember Greg, it was also varying the terrain. So it was like, hey, if you could do Grace and you finish it in under 3 minutes, now go do it in the sand with the same thing and then see what the time is, right? And that was kind of part of the thing back then. And it's interesting because a lot of that other stuff just kind of falls to the wayside as it became more pinnacled towards sport, because then everything needed to be fair and equal, as opposed to the first games at the ranch. It's like, depending on which spot you got on the wall balls, your wall ball target might have been 12 feet and the guy next to you might have been 10 because of the way that the slant was in front of the building, right?
It's crazy. I look up speed rope climbing and it's like I can't find a 30-foot rope. It's all like these Red Bull like 100-foot ropes, 80-foot ropes. I can't find fastest rope climb Guinness record. Yeah, that's the Red Bull one. Interesting. I know I've seen it in old gymnastics videos.
Yeah, I want to say at 1.9 seconds. Is that even right? 2.9? Who knows? But put in gymnastics rope climb world record.
Let me see if I can.
I used to remember the names of these people. I knew who they were, but in even in modern time, the names hadn't escaped the net. You're not finding it?
No. So you would actually go to. It's crazy. I can't find it. So you would actually go to gymnastics meets, and that would be one of the meets. That must have been an amazing one.
Right before I came up, some events were removed, and it was tumbling. It was a single pass on K-pop mats, those gray heavy mats with the 6 handles, weighed about 70 pounds. It was a tumbling, and trampoline was gone sooner yet, but they took rope climb, tumbling, and swinging rings out. Because there were guys in high school that were doing that when I was in junior high. And my presumption was I'd be rope climbing.
Yeah, aesthetically, it's a great looking. It's a great race. It's a fun race. Here's just something I found. Here, these look like wrestlers.
Oh yeah, definitely wrestlers.
Yeah, it's just a little rope. Yeah, and the fastest guys in the world actually look like they're running up it, right?
The drill would be, I had hurt my shoulders doing it, but it was maximum reach, full stride is what they were doing. Explosive.
The metabolic effect on that's crazy too.
They made great ringmen, by the way.
Have you guys chatted all about the fitness test they're bringing back into schools?
No, but that's cool.
It's funny because I was part of the elementary, like when I was in middle school, I was part of the transition. So in 6th grade, we did the pull-up test, the sit and reach, the sit-ups, the push-ups, the mile run.
Yep.
That following year in 7th grade, we did line dancing.
Oh boy.
That was literally the transition. And then it was like circuit training and hand-eye coordination. So they taught us to juggle and some of those other things, which is, cool and all, but like they actually took a lot of the physicality
Was
out
that
of PE.
1988 or what? What's it?
That's right. Yep. That's exactly it. Yes.
Dude. I was just putting my fingers on the historical zeitgeist.
That's right.
That's not then. Hey,
yes.
Listen, when I was a kid, my dad's like, there's another name for political correctness. Do you know what it is? And I couldn't get it. And you remember what the answer is?
Wrong.
Incorrect. Yeah, that's what politically correct means. It's a qualification on correct. You're admitting that it's false, right? Because it's politically correct. It's not true. It's not correct. It's politically correct. Well, political correctness was how we went from there's no difference between men and women, and for political correctness, to not make your aunt cry during Thanksgiving, you just swallowed that shit. Yeah, right. Both can be astronauts. Look, we just proved it. and then next thing you know, like mommy's got a cock. One generation later, and no, wait a minute, it's not possible. Yes, men can give birth and breastfeed. I know they can. There's no difference. I was taught that.
There was a cafe in Santa Cruz, Greg. I called
correctness is the game plan for hosting delusion in otherwise intelligent people. You can make intelligent people think stupid shit by debasing language for a generation. It's an amazing thing. Impossible. Yes, it's perfectly Orwellian. I'm describing the psychosociology of instilling delusional fucking thoughts in people.
There was a cafe in Santa Cruz, and they had a sign during the 2016 Trump race: "No politics, please, on the patio." No talking about politics on the patio. It was crazy.
Not even with your mask on.
That's allowed because you've already signaled.
In 1956, Eisenhower introduced the presidential fitness exam, and in 2012, the Obama administration made a decisive break with the past. The presidential fitness test was formally retired and replaced with the Presidential Youth Fitness Program. A reimagined data-driven model focused on personal growth rather than competition. The shift reflected a broader evolution in public health thinking rather than spotlighting top performers. The new program emphasized personal best and long-term well-being. That's all horse shit. 2012. God, and listen to this. The new program moved away from recognizing athletic performance to provide a barometer on students' health. Oh, please. Oh, please. As if.
I remember having a conversation with somebody that was at a high school, and they were going to bring me in to help out with some of the physical stuff there. And their whole thing that they were worried about was the fact that if it was going to be disparaging towards some kids that didn't have the resources to be physical. And so part of the reason why they were taking out the mile run and things like that was because, a certain group of people weren't going to be able to run it, and then their feelings were going to be hurt. And when I explained to them that you could reward effort instead of outcome, and you could do it through an AMRAP to where everybody's so jumbled up that no kid knows where the other kid is. And as long as you're putting out effort the whole time, people are just focused on themselves. And it was funny to see them kind of get their mind spinning on how they could still say that that's a bad thing.
So are you suggesting that with enough jelly donuts in Nintendo in the black population, the white kids would be faster?
Yeah.
What's
Sounds
crazy?
Like affirmative action program.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switches and free jelly donuts until the whites are as fast.
Yeah, all the poor kids were the fastest kids in my school.
My kids had the animated Spider-Man on again. The one where the Spider-Man's a black kid, high school kid.
Yeah.
And his dad's a conservative cop.
Yeah.
And he goes to a public school where he's learning calculus. It's like everything's right with this fucking movie.
My kids
were they making fun of people like me with that? Is that it?
Probably.
Wasn't correct.
My kids were in the car the other day, and Avi said, "Hey, is CNN Democrats and Fox Republicans?" And before I could answer, Ari goes, "Yeah, Fox is Republicans and CNN is Democrat." And I go, "How do you know that?" Ari's only 8, and he goes, "I saw it on The Simpsons. In Springfield, Burns is the only Republican." So the old asshole. The old rich asshole that's decrepit who runs the nuclear plant is the only Republican in Springfield.
It's great.
Oh.
My Reddit, what was it? 7 years old? No, 6 years old. No, he'd have been 5. He announced that he wanted to, invent a virus and the vaccine for it.
Oh, Rhett said that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just listen to his thought. That's what he wanted to do when he grows up. He's gonna make a virus and the vaccine.
Yeah.
The problem and the cure. Old Bill Gates.
That's called a monopoly.
Yeah. You get the Fauci award, a Fauci for that.
God, it's crazy where we're at.
Fauci's just a deep, deep admirer of giving less to a moral constraint than Gates' friend. What's his name? The guy that's got the big share of DaVita and the single largest shareholder of Coke.
Buffett?
Oh, Buffett. Yeah.
Yeah, Warren.
Isn't he simultaneously invested in dialysis centers?
Yeah,
the largest shareholder.
He's the DaVita and Coke.
Yeah, that's right.
You can't have enough of both.
It's like your CVS model, Greg. You could get diabetes and the cure.
Everything you need to get diabetes and treat it in one stop. Saves you a bunch of stops, man.
It's true, and they got a drive-through now. So
they don't have just the bags of the little Snickers. They have bags of the big ones.
I think that
like the rich man's Halloween giveaway.
There are 7,500 dialysis centers in the United States, so that means there's the same amount of dialysis centers as there were CrossFit gyms in their peak in the United States. It's weird. Dialysis. Go ahead.
We played that up and we asked people from the website, asked them to send us a picture of the dialysis center near you, and a whole bunch of the gyms were 2 doors down, 3 doors down from the dialysis.
650 clinics alone in California. I remember when you started talking about that, and once they're on your radar, they're like Kumon centers or CrossFit gyms. You can start seeing them everywhere.
I got the dialysis center alert app, and I just leave it on and just drive down the road. Ding.
Oh,
a minute later, ding, and you start looking for them. It's a fun game. I toured one of those at the University of Virginia, and I felt it was like undertaking starting with live people. They were so sick and felt so bad. Some of them just covered their heads as we walked through. They didn't want to see anyone that didn't know them in that state, and we quit kind of pointing out the dialysis centers. It's a horrific thing to witness. We saw him bring a guy in an orange jumpsuit, obviously a prisoner, manacled like he was the Silence of the Lambs dude, and put him in a chair and hook him up. And we got the whole rundown on what's going on in the back room with the water purification. Unbelievable chemistry experiment.
Average life expectancy 5 to 10 years from your first day walking into the dialysis center.
The people on dialysis are ESRD 5, and you're terminal at 4, and their prognosis is worse than that of someone with glioblastoma. A quarter of them will have a fatal MI while on dialysis. It's stressful. It's painful. kind of works. It's for the most part better than nothing, and just tragic, painful as hell. It's a horrible thing.
Someone told me that they were in a dialysis center and there was a guy getting dialysis and he had the big giant 64-ounce truck stop Coke next to him that he was drinking while he was on dialysis.
Yep. That was my aunt when she was on it. And I think from the time she started till the time she passed was about 2.5 years. And I remember coming in to visit her in one of those homes and she had her tall orange juice and she was eating her applesauce for breakfast as she was getting ready for her treatments. And it was just like mind blowing. And her lunch consisted of Hawaiian rolls and other things like that. It was sad.
I wonder how Dr. Jay Bhattacharya is doing at the CDC. Have you talked to him, Greg?
No, I haven't even reached out or bothered. I mean, he's busy beyond what could even be imagined, and I've got no light to shed on that for him. And so I'm just, when it's all done, I'll hit him up and we'll get together. We'll go to Nobu or something.
He's going to have some great stories.
He's heading an agency of how many people? What's the employment? 350,000?
Wow.
And the average employee has been there through what, 4, 5, 6 presidents by retiring, 7 or 8. And they're all there to make sure that nothing changes on their watch.
It says 1,300 at the Center for Disease Control.
No. NIH, total. Just like what's...
Oh, 20. It says 21,000. September 24th, National Institute of Health employs around 21,000 people. 8.6% of the federal employees.
What's the budget?
This is amazing. Sean Letterman applesauce doesn't have added sugar. Get off your high horse. But I love how you didn't address the orange juice that I talked about.
Applesauce.
Yeah, didn't address the orange juice I talked about, or the fact that she was already on dialysis due to the diet, or the fact that she was still having the Hawaiian rolls there. But yeah, you picked that one.
54 billion. Oh, okay. Here we go. NIH funding has significant economic impact. In 2024, it supported over 400,000 jobs and generated $95 billion in new economic activity across all 50 states.
None of those people want Jay there.
Right.
And the people that roger up and come forward sympathetic to his message, excited to have him there, will include those committed to making sure that he's ruined or ineffective. These agencies, these orgs have their own life. The point of the deep state thing and the collusion bullshit was that we had critical agencies acting in concert to subvert the will of the population. So a president's a minor obstacle.
Yeah.
And his appointee less so. You wait him out. He'll be gone in 4 years.
You're defining the deep state, correct?
That's what, yeah, deep health, the same thing. They're all telling each other, just take a deep breath. He'll be gone. It's already what, an eighth of the way through, right? 6 months. We're 12.5% through, and you're still here. So take a deep breath. He won't last. We'll get our guy back in.
Christine Young, I'm up for Nobu.
Totally.
What is Nobu?
It's a Sevi. You didn't like it at first, and now you do, or what?
It's Japanese food with sugar on it.
That's true.
it's I think it's sushi and Mexican food fusion, and it's really swanky, and the waitresses are fucking incredibly hot. And they have incredible food. They have incredible food there, but they got a lot of sugar type sushi shit too. The drinks are fucking insane. The drinks are insane. The ambiance is fantastic.
It's like a Newport style type place where it's only
there's one there.
Yeah. Probably one in San Francisco.
It's like the most attractive people in the world in there.
Yeah. San Diego, Scottsdale. Miami.
Yeah.
The ones
All the
I've
good
been
spots.
to.
All the good spots.
Sebi, can you give a list of the most useful equipment you use to train kids? I'm building a home gym for Liv. If I had a young kid who was 2 years old, I would, and this is what I did, I would get one of those Tumble Track 5-in-1s or just anything with a bar. It's basically, it's a gymnastics bar, and your kid can do pull-ups on it, jumping bar muscle-ups on it, that you can lower it to its lowest setting and jump over. It's basically just a U. And I have one that has 2 U's, upside down U's. And my kids are 8, 8, and 10, and they still use it every single day. You can do L sits with it. You can do, I mean, it's absolutely insane. I would get mats and I would stick it right in a place in the house where they can always have access to it, and they'll always be climbing on it, jumping on it. And the number of injuries I've seen on it are like so minimal.
Is that the thing we have, Sevi?
Yeah, you have it too. And I just have it just right in my garage, right? And I leave the garage door open from the jiu-jitsu room, and the kids are just all, I mean, we use it the other day I had the boys I gave them a 18-pound giant slam ball, and I have them stand on either side and just pick it up and put it over the bar. It's endless things that you can do with it. Endless. You can put the 2 bars next to each other, and they can do dips, or they can walk across the parallettes, or they're almost too tall to in casting, I don't know if you know what casting is, but in gymnastics you jump up on the bar and you swing your legs and then you jump up onto the bar. You can your kids will be doing all sorts of crazy shit that makes them look like ninjas.
Yeah, but 2 of my girls can do a kip on it.
Yeah, like a bar muscle up kip.
Yeah, but straight arm,
Yeah, that's cool. Joseph's been working on that.
If you don't stipulate the method in the muscle up, there's another one of these things where someone to do 75 kips.
Right.
How's that for bar muscle ups? Or like it's chin over the bar anyhow. I'm going to do mine on a high bar, and you're going to sit there for 20 minutes while I do giants and count my pull-ups with quotes around them.
Joseph's trying to put together a couple routines for men's gymnastics, boys gymnastics. Yeah. And he's not in any pro. He just takes private, 90 minutes twice a week. And one of the things he wants to do, him and Ari want to do, is they want to do the mushroom. What do you think about the mushroom? Joseph was telling me yesterday he has to make it around 5 times before, like, that's the bare minimum.
It takes no room. They're fun to play with.
Yeah, you're okay with that instead of the pommel horse?
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, a pommel horse with a bucket and a rope attached over the center from the ceiling is a hoot, too.
What do you think about those mushrooms that have the pommel horse grips?
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's fun. If you can do pommel horse, you can't get enough of that. It's all that good center work.
Yeah.
There you go. You can make one.
Yeah. Boom.
Just get a spool, an empty wire spool, and pad the front top of it, and there you go.
Get some pommels and the spool and take it to an upholsterer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at there's one that's a pommel and a mushroom. You can just stick the pommel on top. Oh, that's interesting. You can just swap out the top.
Yeah, look at that.
Try that. Look at the bucket thing, though. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, yeah, there it is. Play that. That's cool. Yeah.
Hold on, let me swap it over.
Is that how you learned it?
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time in the bucket. I thought it was cool as fuck.
Yeah, I was thinking about setting one of those up.
Oh yeah, it'd be perfect. Look, it's just attached right there, right underneath it.
God, your core must get crazy sore from that.
It's you take it all the hard part out, but the feel is like what it needs to feel like. In other words, you need that velocity because it gets easy. All of a sudden with speed, you're like not in the bucket so much.
Where do you tie the rope on the bucket? Oh, just right there. You just drill a hole in it?
Center of the thing.
Yeah, it's on the center. Yep, right above
right
it.
over the top.
Is that rope tied around the bucket or punctured? Oh, it's tied around.
Tied around.
Because
coming from a single point, though.
Do you need the bucket to spin or no? I mean, like rotate inside that rope? No.
No, just
you wind the rope up, but it'll unwind when you're done.
wonder if I'm too old to learn that.
Never.
No, not with the bucket. Hey, I had double leg circles, doubles. I had them so ingrained when I brought the pommel horse. I was like, immediately 1, 2, 3. And then I had the most ungodly fucking pain in my shoulder. I had a spur in my shoulder that was grinding against tendon in that movement. And
how'd you get the spur from the pommel horse?
Nah, who knows? Just had a tore up shoulder. I'm of the view that I damaged my shoulders in gymnastics.
And even with rest, they didn't get better.
I don't want to load bear downward on a shoulder and pivot on it. Not much.
Weren't we in Hawaii and you hung rings in a tree and you did a lever or something and your shoulder gave out?
Yep. Didn't give out, and to prove it was still good, I did some muscle ups and dips, and it just hurts like hell, but I can still do this shit. And it was like, probably shouldn't have done that either.
Oh, it hurts. Let's test it out with a few muscle ups. Okay, it still functions.
It was one of those that hurt like hell, but the noise was like really mind-boggling, loud, Oh,
I'm looking for this Travis Mayer clip of his son doing the bucket. Is it in his story or is it in his I don't see it. If it was in his story, it's gone.
Was it his kids? He had it set up for his kids?
Yeah, someone said he had it set up for his kids, but I don't see it.
Oh.
I wonder if the chalk on the pegboard, on the wooden pegboard, is as slippery, or if somehow the grain in the pegboard.
Is this a Dave scandal? Is this get him
fired again?
Yeah.
There's already a petition going around.
The games were so successful.
First there was last year's mishap. Now there has to be something every year.
Well, what's interesting is this year the whole theme was, hey, we're going to be doing CrossFit this year, and they kept the workouts to all stuff that you could see in a gym in a affiliate, and there wasn't a single person who pulled out or a single injury, and it's like, hey, we don't know if that's ever happened, but the workouts were exceedingly safe. It was definitely CrossFit. There were no people flying off cargo nets or shit like that.
The point of the 2019 style was that if at the top of the heap you can't distinguish yourself with your Fran time as RX, you're not the champ you want to be.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you're the world's fittest human with a 3-minute Fran.
Mm-hmm. I love the simplicity of the programming.
I expect you to be well under 2.
Mm-hmm. One of the better finals I think was in 2012 where they had the 3 of them together. I think it was Isabel, Elizabeth, and Fran. And the only modification I think was made was that Elizabeth was done with power clean, not a squat clean.
Look at the cement truck behind me going by on the barge. Can you see
I
that?
heard you say
Holy shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay, explain that, Greg.
They're going to go up to the shoreline somewhere and dump that to a pump that's going to put it up for a foundation on a hill on the hillside.
And why don't they drive it? Why don't they drive it in? Why are they bringing it to the coast?
You can get the road can't handle what that barge is going to tow.
Let me see that again. That's a legit. That's crazy. That's a legit cement truck. And that thing's moving at quite speed. That thing's cruising.
And it's just on a barge with an they're going to take it off.
That's your dock down there, Greg? That's your dock?
Yeah.
For the whole area or your personal one?
Yeah, all of it.
Oh, that's sick. You got 4 ports there, covered ports for the boats.
Where are the boats?
They're there.
Oh, yeah, you can see it. Yeah, there's one in the center, and then
the big stand craft is there. The surf boat There's the pontoon.
Hey, is
Yeah,
it, Susan, was it
Visited-
hot as shit the last 2 days in Livermore? It's so hot in Santa Cruz.
No, it's actually been relatively mild relative to like the last week or so.
God, it's so, Greg, you wouldn't believe how hot it is here. Like at 9 o'clock at night, it's been like 73 degrees. It's wild.
It's my favorite place.
Yeah, it's pretty good right now. Hey, Barry McCockiner, you're a douche. Where's your comment? He just told you he rode his bike this morning. Are you not fucking listening?
What was the question?
Greg, he just keeps posting there. Greg, what was your workout today? Greg, what was your workout today? Greg, you haven't told us what your workout is. Tell you what my workout's going to be. It's going to be butt fucking your wife in a minute.
I knew that was going.
Barry McCocken?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that a real name?
No, he's
No.
he's just a loved one in the chat.
It's the same group that says stuff in here to get us triggered, and then when we comment on it, they go, "Why are you so triggered?" Hilarious, guys.
Good morning, Brian. Mr. Clark, good morning.
Oh no, Sean. Sean needs attention too. Okay.
There's this fighter, Greg, and his name's Carlos Pratas, and he's in the UFC, and he's fucking absolutely amazing. He's won like 13 of his last 14 fights or something. And he smokes cigarettes, and they always show him smoking cigarettes, and it's so funny because I always think whenever they show him smoking, I always think, oh, he's so cool. And then the other day, my kids were watching, and he was doing the press conference, and he was smoking, and my kids are like, "Is he smoking?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's a fucking idiot." Right? Soon as I like it, and until soon as my kids see it, I'm like, "No, fuck that guy." They're like, "I didn't know you could smoke and be a fighter." I'm like, "You can't. He sucks." But I mean, he is so good, and he lives in a Brazilian favela. You know what I mean? And all the documentaries on him are so cool. Like he goes to his mom's house still to do the wash, and the wash like attaches to the kitchen sink, and you know he's just that guy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I didn't realize this is off topic here. Where is it? I didn't realize how I went to Standy's Instagram account. Have you ever been to Standy's Instagram account, Sousa?
Yes, a while ago, I think. when she
She's
first
hot.
followed me.
I didn't know that. I think she believes in the one of the ladies in the chat. She's I think she's a this girl here. She's a maybe she's a marine biologist or something. Her whole account is about like climate change and saving sharks and fish and shit like that.
Where does she live? Santa Cruz?
No, I Guam or somewhere, Florida. Fuck, I don't know. She looks like she's just always in a bathing suit and has some weird set of flippers and is cruising around.
And her name's Sandy?
Well, now she changed her name to Wicked Ursula.
It's a
I kind of
convenient
like.
place
I
to
like
be,
both
but-
the names. I love a Standy and I love a Wicked Ursula.
It's a dude.
No, it's not a dude. I thoroughly examined it this morning. My wife sent me to her
The
Instagram.
pictures, I could do that.
Yeah. She is definitely in Guam. Is that where she is? I know that there was the post that I was at. She was told a story about Guam, so I assumed I'm a dude.
That would scramble our brains.
Well, I'm okay with it then. Then I
That-
need
that
to
might
work
trigger
through
us.
some. Then I need to work through some shit.
That would trigger me.
I'm willing to explore.
It's
Then.
AI.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is the amount of
That's
the
what Maggie
AI
says when I
things.
use yours. Is I use it all the time now.
Man, the non-real models on Instagram that so many comments are on there are other dudes simping for these girls, and it's like they're not even real. It's all just AI.
The AI girls on Instagram are nuts.
I got a question for you. Is the male voice completely gone from pop music? I've had houses full of little girls here, and I've heard 4,000 different fucking songs and not one male voice. When I was a little kid, the little girls were kind of into the teen beat. There was always the male, you know.
Yeah.
I just typed in pop music superstars, and it's Beyonce, Britney Spears, Taylor Swift, Madonna, Lady Gaga, Mariah Carey, Rihanna, and then Michael Jackson, Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande,
Michael
Whitney.
Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's been dead for what 20 years now or something. But it's like,
Yeah. So and Madonna's dead, and so is Justin Bieber.
my kids listening to the first 10 names on there have no idea who Michael Jackson is.
Right. Yeah, it looks like it is. It looks like it is gone to. It's a lot of women.
There was a juvenilization of the arts where it was movies for kids, and now there's like it's all movies for kids, right? And it happened in music, and it's all of the arts have been juvenilized, and now they seem to be maybe feminized as well.
You know who Ariana Grande is?
Sure, I do.
Have you seen a picture of her?
I've listened to her. She's got an incredible voice. She's a very talented singer, unlike others of greater fame. Listen to her, like pull her up and pull up some vocal coach videos. People listening and measuring.
Yeah,
she's
insane, isn't it?
She's in this movie. She's in this new Wizard of Oz remake, and I saw the preview the other day in the movie theater when I took my kids to see Fantastic Four, and all I could think the entire time is that she was anorexic. You would not believe how skinny she is.
I haven't seen a picture like that before.
Yeah, that's the way she looks in the movie. It's wild. It's like she's like the arm on a CrossFit woman. Her body.
Is that for a part she's playing, or is that like her?
I don't.
It looks like it looks like some kind of cachexia. It's like some wasting away when you're.
Yes, it is so hard to watch, and there's a whole movie with her, and I just can't believe like that's.
Damn, that looks like me after the CrossFit Games.
She is just a rail. Her neck and her shoulders and her head are just. Looks like she's going to be in some Holocaust movie. Yeah, let me show you the if I can find it. These are the two main characters in that movie. This is who we're showing our these are the role models for our young ladies.
And what is this?
That.
What's the production?
I think it's called Wicked.
Oh. Yeah, that was huge.
It was huge.
Wicked?
Yeah.
It was a motion picture, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it. I wonder if it was successful in the box office.
Yeah, I think didn't it win Best Picture or something?
Oh yeah, it had a box office gross of $700 million. Wow.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Damn. Is it a cartoon now?
I don't know what it's turned into, but
how about this? What's this K-pop Demon Hunters? You kids on that?
No. K-pop. But there's some video game now that's getting a lot of it. No, I see. Oh yeah, it's a cartoon. Oh, it's on Netflix.
I think the video game kids are overstimulated neurologically with light and sound and stuff that requires little to no attention span.
This is the K-pop Demon Hunters.
Damn.
I haven't seen it, but my kids won't shut up about it.
There's this huge kids game. It's like I remember there used to be one called Minecraft, and now there's one called RoboCop or Robobox. Roblox. And this did you see the story on that? And one of the users, this teenage kid was a user of the game. He tracked down 8 pedophiles who were on the
Followed that.
yeah, and he got kicked off for fucking tracking down pedophiles.
That's weird to think that some guy in his mother's basement at 45 going into chat rooms with little kids would be a pedophile.
Right. and it's also along that same vein. It's like, how can you not expect if there's a place on the web and just fucking millions of kids are congregating there, it's going to be a magnet for pedophiles.
Remember we're in the comic book store and the dude asked where the My Little Pony was, and we're checking him out, and he had a nasty reaction.
Was that in Portland?
No, that was in San Luis Obispo.
Because he saw his
apartment, dude.
Because he saw us. Oh, yes. I was trying to picture where it is. Yes, it was right below, right? He saw us staring at him like, what?
He asked that, hey, where's the My Little Pony? And they're like, it's behind the original Batman over there, kind of shit.
And me and you were like,
what? What are you fucking looking at? I'm like, something I'm struggling with. I'm trying to put a name on it.
All right. What are you doing today? What's the rest of the day for you?
We got company leaving. I'm say goodbye and give some hugs out, and then I got a host of things. We got this car drop off, kid dentist appointment, DMV appointment, where I'm kind of like a chauffeur and nanny, and just all rolled into one. I'll be breastfeeding and driving.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah. I can do that now. There's no difference because of the lack of difference between men and women.
That's right. No one can tell you any otherwise.
But no, for 3 generations we've been telling our children that. For some fucking reason they believe it.
Have you seen this really quick before you go? Have you seen this thing? I guess there's a Netflix documentary on The Biggest Loser, and Jillian Michaels is like,
yeah, Maggie was watching it.
Yeah, and I guess Jillian Michaels has come out and said, hey, it's all bullshit and lies, and she couldn't stand the lack of medical treatment that the people were getting, and they were taking fat burners and diet pills, and I guess they were being prescribed by the doctors on the set of The Biggest Loser, and Bob's name's getting drug around in it, and it sounds pretty intense.
Well, I heard
she's like it's like shit that we already.
She didn't even call him when he had his heart attack. And I was like, well, shit. I was a friend of yours, and I called you, and you didn't call me back. It's funny. He's a good dude. I like Bob.
Yeah, and she's bringing up all the emails.
Damn.
Hey, look at the I mean, she live by the sword, die by the sword. She's circling the ball towards the oblivion of irrelevance, right?
Right.
You know, what do you do? She used to take us on. I mean, there had already been a flush in her spinning while I was around before I got flushed, and she would start fights with us that were just pointless.
And you know what happened to her, right? Like she's a lesbian. She'd adopted the black kid. She was taking the whole full libtard route, and then her house got robbed, and she got that red pilled her. She flipped the script. All of a sudden, she was like, "Fuck the Dems." The same thing with the Anna Kasparian from the Young Turks. She was out walking her dog. She was a full blown libtard of the worst kind.
Fascinating. Hey, I tell you my efforts on the broken science. I would like to be there. There are people that have exposed the collectivism and Marxism and its foolishness in the econ front. You know, figures like Hayek and Friedman, and the carnage from frequentists and their physical probability and p-values and null hypothesis significance testing has had a lesser but very similar impact. And I was talking with Harry McD the other day, and I was saying, if you remove the studies that are dominated by Marxist or collectivist thought, and then you remove the university primary research that was given habitually and chronically to irreplicability, to the university primary research that won't replicate, and the Popperian, Fisherian origins of that, it's amazing how little is left in the university fare. It's pretty crazy. In some fields, it would be doubly hit, like psychology, and sociology, where the methods of failed science reign supreme, and the influence of the Marxist is complete.
Yeah.
So Flen's the Marxism from the university, and then the frequentism and the Fisherian null hypothesis, ontic probability world. If you remove all of that, because it's all been whatever the opposite of fruitless is, it creates people go to UC Berkeley to get degrees to go back to third world shitholes and make their people miserable.
Well, you see that thing a while back when they went into the field.
Tyrants that went to UC Berkeley.
They went into the field of psychology and they asked, like, hey, how many people have you treated and cured and stuff like that you could kind of prove? And they were like, well, none. That's not what we do. It was like, okay, so people show up with whatever their thing is, and you start treating them, and it just never ever gets better. And so they were asking at some point, is that a fundamental issue of the field, or is that just how it is? And all of them kind of they beat around the bush. They can't answer the question.
Let's look at the liberal nostrums surrounding interventions that are known to make the problem worse. And I like one of my favorite examples, and I like it because Milton Friedman was of the view that there is no economist that doesn't understand that rent control creates slums.
Mm-hmm.
And I know of economists that are pushing for it, promoting it, will stand before Congress and advocate for rent control, or before he says they know better. Yep. They've just been purchased. That's all.
Yeah, it's like Thomas Sowell's, whatever the book name was, is something about the intellectuals, and he was basically saying that when your theories are void of consequence, that it just all becomes nonsense. Because I could spin this whole thing up and tell you how you need to operate, and then when it doesn't work out, I could just point out, oh well, you didn't do it right this way or that way, because I'm not actually putting to the test my theories.
Yeah, someone it may have been Buckley himself who was saying that the candidates that were heavily focused on the environment had achieved a state of perfection for a political person that is a voiceless constituency. So I represent the climate.
Yeah,
which is fucking perfect,
Yeah,
right.
This is actually great. Joe Westerland says, Greg, link up with Thomas Sowell before he's gone. You know what's interesting about that comment, and I agree with Joe there, is like there's a slew of people out there that I would love to see you have a conversation with. And if you've ever got a wild hair up your butt, Greg, and wanted to go around and do that, we'd love to produce that and film a few of them. I think that would be absolutely incredible.
I'd sit with Sowell at Nobu in Palo Alto.
That would be amazing.
Not far from campus, and we've got mutual friends and way of connecting. So I'd be game for that.
All right. Well,
always nice though. You come with a camera, you get a different response than if you're buying a guy lunch and you let him talk.
Yeah. It'd be good too, is just sit there with something and let him know the person is going to hang out and just kind of take some clip notes on the conversation. Yep. And then whether it's a published work at the end and just written form, that way the conversation is natural. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Sevi.
Thank you, Greg.
Sorry you can't come visit, kid. We'll be there soon. Did you get it? You got your renter lined up?
All right, cool. Sorry, my internet went out, so I'm on the phone.
Oh, you got your renter lined up?
Soon. Hopefully, Haley's got it narrowed down to 2. Haley's got it narrowed down to 2.
Good. Congrats. All right. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Later, Greg.
All right, dude. Thanks.
Man, your shit's jacked
Susan,
up,
did I just pop off the show?
Yeah, you just fell off, and now you're kind of in a real choppy
my internet's
delay
down.
Yeah, this is fucked.
Yeah, I sent you a text from my computer and it bounced.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say I didn't get... Oh, wait. Yeah, I got booted from StreamYard, no warning. Yeah, I just dropped you off, and now I think you're probably on about a 10-second delay there. And now I think you're frozen again. So we'll probably just end this in a second here. I'll address this. Kevin, Susan, what's your thoughts on Dave's weekend review? I haven't watched it. Why did he say something about me? Oh. All right. Yeah.
Susan and Dave work intimately together. They work very intimately together.
Yes.
Oh yeah, my internet's toast. Guys, CrossFit Games update show tonight. Women's, we'll be discussing the women. I'll see you guys 6:30 Pacific Standard Time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.